Hello, I'm Bob Hunter. The clip you're about to see of Dr. King is a clip that's not usually seen. We usually see the happy clips, and that sometimes gives us a biased view of what happened, what actually happened during the Civil Rights Movement. Dr. King in this video is discouraged, and he's discouraged about a number of things. One is the amount of violence happening during the Civil Rights era to civil rights workers. When the three workers who were killed in Mississippi, when they were looking for them, they did a search of the river. They dragged the river and found lots of bodies. There was even a song that was talking about the bodies that were found in that river of civil rights workers and of black people who were working for freedom. So he's concerned about the amount of violence and the amount of police violence, particularly in the South, that he was seeing, where police were capturing black people, taking them out and killing them or beating them until near death. So he voices that in this video. He is also concerned about the amount of hate mail that he is getting. He is being blamed for the violence happening in the cities, the backlash that was happening. Black people were being killed in such large numbers where progress was not being made in the movement itself. And so he's concerned about the northern, what he calls moderates, or whites anywhere that were moderate, that were saying they wanted freedom, but were not willing to actually see freedom happen. They were more concerned about tranquility than they were. And so he was getting a lot of hate mail from those people saying, you're causing the trouble, you're the trouble. If you would just stop talking, if you would just stop pointing out these issues in our country, this would all settle down. And so people are more concerned about tranquility, as he says, than justice. And the third reason that he was concerned about that was he's concerned about the future. He sees a nation growing further and further apart, a nation where people are being, where black people, in particular people of color, are being brutalized. In the cities, it's being undercover, and so he's concerned. He's doing some prediction about the future that I think we're experiencing right now, and that's why I think it's important that we see the video.
I'm disturbed about the white community, North and South. I've seen it all over. I'm disturbed about the fact there are still all too many white people in our country who will still use violence to try to keep us down. I'm disturbed about the fact that all over our country there are still white persons who will murder and assassinate Negroes simply because they want to be free. I'm disturbed about the fact there are still sheriffs and constables in our southern states who will join with mobs and aid them and abet them in their activities of defiance and evil. I'm disturbed about the fact there are still sheriffs in the South who will lock Negroes up at night, take them out way over in the night, some wayside road, and beat them and leave them half dead, and sometimes kill them and throw them in the river. I'm disturbed about the fact that in Alabama and Mississippi, tens and tens of murders have been committed. Negroes and white civil rights workers. Nothing has been done about it. This disturbs me. Oh, that is a need now for something to be done. But I'm not only disturbed about these obvious violent culprits, I'm disturbed about some other forces in the white community. I'm disturbed about those so-called nice, gentle white moderates who are more concerned about order than they are about justice, who are more concerned about tranquility and the status quo than they are about justice and humanity. And I want to say to the white community of America, you can keep on doing this if you like to. You can engage in these suicidal acts if you want to. You're leading our whole nation down a dark alley of defeat. The world is looking at America. 2/3 of the peoples of the world are colored. They are wondering whether we mean what we say when we talk about democracy. And this kind of reaction only weakens our prestige in the world. But not only that, it increases the frustrations and the despair and the bitterness of all those individuals who've been under the yoke so long. And I say tonight to white America, there will be no rest, there will be no tranquility in this nation until the Negro has his freedom. America has a choice now. Either you give the Negro his God-given rights and his freedom, or you face the fact of continual social disruption and social chaos. America, which will you choose?